Hi Scorpio, I'm so sorry we got disconnected. I was way too into the first 4 months to redo this whole video. So you're just gonna get a part two. Just to cover the main point of March and April was to focus on gratitude, to really focus on the things that you have. It does seem apparent that whatever it is, whatever situation fits you, the universe is probably going to show you a little bit of contrast within those 2 months, things that are really, really wonderful for you, and things that really aren't. So it's going to kind of, ultimately what you want to do is focus on the things that you like, keep yourself in your happy place, accept the things that are kind of yucky, but really focus on the things that you love in your life. And those are the things that will grow and expand for you. Same in relationships. If you're in relationships with somebody that you really love, but you find yourself in this cycle of like just not being able to think past the fact that they leave the toilet seat up, like it's not going to do you any favors to fight about the little stuff. It's more magic can happen when you think about how much better your life is because this person can give you so much or contribute or support you emotionally, focusing on the really beautiful aspects of your life together. So now we're moving into May and June. I do have to say that for my Leos, things really took a turn here to a kind of exciting place. So let's take a look at what's going on for Scorpio. Overall energy for you in the month of May is the Ace of Cups. So it's all about love in May, for sure. It's an emotional month for you, to say the least. Now, this could also indicate new love coming in. This could indicate like there's just new opportunities for love, like friendship even. I'm feeling something very kind of platonic. This could also be a work opportunity that comes up or some kind of a project of some sort, or maybe even volunteer work. I'm feeling there's something that brings an immense amount of an emotional satisfaction, I think, with the Ace of Cups. And with that, it's a 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. These are your supporting energies. So a couple of things with this. 6 of Pentacles, anywhere where you feel like you've been abundant in life. Like, for instance, you look around and like a lot of people have lost their jobs and yet you have kind of like gained, or you're doing really well. This is like kind of like this pool to contribute in some way to your environment. Again, 4th house stuff. You may be in a position where you might have to help some other people in your life, maybe siblings or relatives, or and this could be kind of a self-sacrificing gesture. Maybe you've got to do something or accept something in order to be with somebody. Like, what am I getting at here? Like, if you want to get married, maybe you have to move somewhere in order to be with somebody. And the Ace of Cups is kind of like that unconditional love, or that sacrifice that you're going to make out of love. And I'm getting, especially with the 6 of Pentacles involved, getting a feeling like this is something that you have to do in order to keep a balance in your life or in order to be with somebody else. There's a level of give and take here, sacrifice, and yet you are rewarded, okay? And the 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, maybe you're maybe you're moving, which is going to change your job. 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, something's coming to an end. This could be the selling of your house. This could be actually physically moving away. I don't know why. I'm definitely picking up a feeling of actually changing a location here, changing a job in some way, leaving something behind of that sort. The antagonizing energy here is the 4 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. there's going to be resistance, okay? You're going to make this sacrifice. You're going to be like, okay, let's move. I'll move to this different state, or I'll do this thing, or I'll take this job, or I'm going to do this volunteer work. Maybe somebody's giving you an opportunity, like some kind of volunteer work. And you know that you got to do it. Yet there's resistance on your part, okay? And you want to be careful of this because you don't want to build up resentment. Like, you don't want to say, yeah, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to move here so I could be with you, and then be miserable the whole time you're there. Like, that's not doing a favor for anybody. So 4 of Cups tells me that you're probably not really excited to do this. This isn't something that you're really looking forward to making this change. 8 of Cups is telling me that there's kind of some reluctance, and this could also be a resistance from cutting off ties with things from your past emotionally. In some ways, maybe you're holding on to an ex, or you're holding on to old childhood trauma, not really fully letting it go. And maybe that's coming up in kind of a more resistant, like, maybe there's a part of you that really feels like you don't want to do this thing, like you don't want to move to this new neighborhood, and it really has nothing to do with not wanting to move to this neighborhood. It's like there's deep resentment over why you don't want to make this change in your life. I think there's an emotional attachment here that you kind of have to get through, and you will. You're gonna get through it, because the 4 of Cups, it's a gift from the universe. It's an opportunity. So whatever it is, whatever kind of struggle that you're facing here, ultimately it's so that you can detach from something that you really need to detach from. If you are being forced, like with a job opportunity or a spouse's job opportunity, to have to move or relocate in some way, ultimately it's for your best, and it's getting you out of situations that you don't realize hold you back. Now in June, you're coming up with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This tells me that maybe there's some kind of a big investment that you have to make. Ace of Pentacles in reverse can also be a delay in money coming in, or an opportunity coming in, maybe a struggle finding a new job. If you're moving to a new place, June can kind of be a little bit of a, maybe not so many opportunities. Now the supporting energy here is the Ace of Cups in reverse, Elder of Wands, 2 of Swords, 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay, well, clearly this thing over here that happens, there's unresolved resentment here, and it's a block. This is an Ace of Cups in reverse, which is your inability. Okay, so we're coming to something with your inability to receive love, commitment, something stemming from this move or this sacrifice here. I'm gonna figure this out. This is rough energy. It's so confusing, and yet it's so simple at the same time. If you are selling yourself short in any way, Scorpio, in June, so say you're out and you're looking for a new job, and it's like, no, 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 like you're selling yourself short. Yeah, big time. And there seems to be so much about this 4 of Cups, like you're anywhere where you're feeling like you're going to do things out of complacency, or like to keep the peace. Like maybe you don't want to make waves, you want to stay in this house. You're in a really good relationship, your spouse gets another job, all of a sudden you have to move to another state, and you really got to put on a happy face. You get there and you keep applying for job after job after job. This is just an example. and nothing really seems to be taking root. It's because you're not supposed to go in that direction. Look, this whole thing is an adventure and a gift, but it means that you have to change the way that you're doing everything. So you can't go about this new relationship, this new living situation, this new house, this new location. You can't do it the same way you did it the old time, the last time, okay? Things have to change. That may not come easy to you because being like human at all, you just kind of fall into these old habits. 7 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Wands in reverse is kind of like not believing in yourself and not realizing how many opportunities are opening to you. It's not having the right perspective. Yeah, like completely. And this Ace of Cups in reverse with the 2 of Swords, like you're blocking yourself from doing the thing that you really love. If you're trying to find a job that's going to just pay the bills, and you're willing to accept something that doesn't really fulfill you at this time, the universe is totally not going to allow that to happen, because I think that you are being placed on your path. Any delays, any kind of things not working out, it is definitely a sign. It's divine intervention, and it's putting you on the path of where you're meant to be and doing the things that you want to do. Now, I think those things are going to be a lot different than the things that you did in the past. So if you're completely recreating your life, this might be something that's a little bit more creative. It's a little bit more intuitive. And it's actually like maybe a little bit more of an adrenaline rush, or kind of like having to be yourself and be vulnerable in a way here. The antagonizing energy is the 2 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. Yeah, see, this is where you can allow the resentment. Like, oh my God, if I didn't have to move here, I wouldn't be going through all of this. And I think this is an opportunity to really look at yourself. Like, yeah, you are going to go through some hard times. You don't want to blame your spouse or your significant other for putting you in this situation. Like, be real careful with creating resentment in your life, okay? The 10 of Swords means that there's stuff that's coming to an ending, and maybe most likely it's things like, I just have to take a job even if it doesn't fulfill me. I have to pay the bills. The universe is just going to prove to you otherwise. So you might as well have the faith. Overall energy for these is the card of imagination. This is what I'm saying about like the universe not allowing you to sell yourself short. If this is about you, maybe you're completely single and you're out there and you're dating, and it's just like meeting like one dud after another, after another, after another. Like, maybe you're not supposed to date. Maybe you're supposed to do something really creative. Maybe you're supposed to start your own YouTube channel. Like, there's like some kind of a switch or a change that happens in these in May and June that kind of makes you kind of change your direction in a way. Not in the big way, because I think you're really, for the most part, like emotionally happy. Like, I feel you in a good place, feel you supported, and I feel like people around you that you love. And I have a feeling this is more about like what you do and how you contribute to the world. Imagination, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Yeah, you just need to be open to whole new things right now, okay? Overall, for the first half of 2021, you have the King of Wands, meaning you're just going to be in a place of starting to take control and make things happen. I feel like a lot of stuff will happen for Scorpio this year in the physical and material realm, in the realm as well as you following your intuition and going after the things that you desire, changing the things that you need or that you know need to be changed in your life. Supporting energy, oddly enough, is this 9 of Swords, which might just be you really needing the universe to push you into doing these things, or other people are really going to push you into doing these things. That's exactly how I see this. I don't see this so much as like anxiety. I see this more as like literally you being cornered or pushed into going into a certain direction, and like a fixed sign, finally you give in and go down that path, and it actually ends up being really good. So also take that as a warning that the anxiety isn't really necessary in the first 6 months. I know most of us, better, easier said than done, right? Like when you're in a time of upheaval, obviously, naturally, you're going to feel stressed and anxious about what's going to come. But it's also a waste of energy. So be aware of that. And the antagonizing position for you is the independence. Maybe Scorpio, you can't find a new job or you can't find a new relationship because you're in a time where you're supposed to be independent of yourself. Maybe this is because you're supposed to start your own business or go it alone in some sort of way. I feel like there's a growing level of independence coming from Scorpio, and you're always independent. So I feel like you're almost tapping into a power that you haven't had to use for quite some time. Also, with Nine of Pentacles, there's an enormous amount of confidence. So take that as a sign that you've got what it takes. You're gonna, these risks might feel like crazy risks, but really they're logical in the next path of your life. And I think like the universe is just kind of waiting for Scorpio to catch up with what they actually deserve and what they have coming. All really good stuff. Like there's so much here, Scorpio. I feel like we went up and down a little bit. But ultimately, there's just a lot of gratitude. I think you're going to find yourself in your happy place, and really in a comfortable place to allow yourself to find out who you really are and what you want to be. Good stuff. All right, next time I talk to you will be in January. So I do hope you have a wonderful New Year's, wonderful holidays. I hope that you do get to celebrate with the people that you love. And I wish you the best. See you soon. Bye.